Hello, students. Today our discussion will be on the Umayyads in Spain or the Umayyads in Al Andalus. Al Andalus is an Arabic word for Spain which comes from Andalusia of southern Spain. So, when the Abbasid revolutionaries ousted the Umayyads in 750 AD through a massacre that killed the Umayyad ruling family. During that time, a surviving prince or the Amir of the Umayyad dynasty, Abd ar-Rahman, managed to flee the massacre and he ran to his mother who lived in another place. Later, Abd ar-Rahman moved to Spain and took the title of Amir of Al Andalus. The dynasty of the Andalusian Umayyads was from 756 AD to 1031 AD, and it marked the growth of Arab civilization in Spain. So, the most notable ruler of the Umayyads in Spain was Abd ar-Rahman I and then Abd ar-Rahman II. And during the period of Abd ar-Rahman III, his era marked the Islamic Golden Age in Europe. Here is the statue of Abd ar-Rahman, the Emir and Caliph of Al Andalus. He was the architect of Moorish Spain. This map shows the territory or the caliphate of the Umayyads in Spain, and it's the caliphate of Cordoba. Al Andalus, or Islam in Spain, was notable for its status as the melting pot. In Spanish history, the Moro or Moors was a blanket term covering not only the Arabs but non Arabs and the Berbers. Amir Abd ar-Rahman III had a mixed identity. His mother was a Christian concubine and father was the son of an Arab Amir of Cordoba, and his grandmother was a Christian princess. He spoke fluent Arabic as well as Latin based language used by Christians of Spain. The kingdom managed the conflicts between the Arabs and the Berbers. Some Christians held high position at the court of Cordoba. Non-Muslims had to pay jizya tax. Some Christians converted to Islam. Al-Andalus, Islam in Spain, was known for its reputation of the melting pot. The Christians living in Spain came to be known as Mozaribus, a term that reflected their gradual isolation from the Christians of Western Europe and fostering certain Arabic traits such as dress and their adoption of the Arabic language. Spanish Jews were subjected to persecution under the Christians, that is, they were subjected to forcible conversion to Christianity in other parts of Europe. But here in Spain, under the Umayyads, the Spanish Jews enjoyed living under them. They had a freedom that they enjoyed under the Muslim rule in Spain. With Muslims, Jews, and Christians all living side by side, customs and traditions overlapped, and Spain became a melting pot. Furthermore, there were intermarriages between the Berbers, Arabs, and Europeans. The Umayyads in Cordoba, Spain, had left a significant contribution to the development of art, science, and architecture. In April 2019, I had the opportunity to go to Spain because I had a paper presentation in Granada in Spain. Then I decided to go to the city of Cordoba, which was about 2 hours from Granada, and see the historical, architectural buildings and the artifacts left by the Umayyads in Spain. This picture shows the Al Jama mosque that was built by the Umayyads in Spain by Abdul Rahman III. It's a beautiful architectural piece, and later, under the Christian rulers, this mosque was expanded to a cathedral, and now the places of worship, the mosque and cathedral, exist under one big building. So it shows the cultural coexistence of Christians and Muslims in Spain. So the name of this place is Mosque Cathedral or Mezquita Cathedral of Cordoba, or the Great Mosque of Cordoba. This is the prayer section where the Imam used to lead the prayers in the Al Jama Mosque, which is now known as Mezquita Cathedral. This is a pillar in the Al Jama Mosque or the current Mezquita Cathedral, and in this pillar we can see the symbol, and it shows that each pillar inside the Al Jama Mosque had its builder's name engraved in Arabic. In the field of science and arts, the Umayyads had left significant contribution. Throughout the Islamic world, Muslim artists produced exquisite geometrical designs in a variety of ways, such as stone carvings, woodwork, and textiles. New industries thrived in Muslim Cordoba. It produced glassware and pottery of exceptional quality. It produced high skilled silk weaver and carpet makers. The city gained outstanding reputation in learning and scholarship. The study of the arts and sciences flourished, including astronomy, medicine, and mathematics. In 854, the Christian writer Alvaro ibn Rushd had a profound influence on both Muslim and Christian thoughts. In the field of medicine, the Umayyads left important contribution. Abul Qasis, father of surgery and founder of modern surgical instruments, worked during the period of Abdul Rahman III. Abul Qasis is the Latinized name of Abu al Qasim Khalaf ibn al Abbas al Jawahiri. In this picture, we can see the equipments that the surgeon Abul Qasis used in his medical works. This picture shows a compass and a beautiful handcrafted rugs in the Umayyad period. I have taken these pictures at the Al Andalus Living Museum, the Islamic Museum in Cordoba, Spain, when I visited Cordoba in April 2019. So it shows that there were the presence of navigators and geographers during this period. This picture shows the typical Arab houses in the Umayyad period. We lived in the Middle East for about 10 years. In Saudi Arabia, I found the Arab houses, or basically most of the houses, are still built in this design, very closed. As we can see in these houses, they have a small window and it's all closed. So this is, I guess, a typical building design in the Middle East. Perhaps because of their desert type climate, it helped them to stay cool in the house in this particular shaped and designed houses. There were synagogues in Cordoba under the Umayyads, and this picture shows a synagogue, and it was on Calle Julius, Street of the Jews, in the heart of the city of three religions: the Jews in their synagogues, the Christians in their church, and the Muslims in their mosque. So it exhibits the cultural coexistence during the time of the Umayyads in Spain. This picture shows that the Umayyads in Spain were also advanced in agriculture. The agricultural irrigation method of the Muslims in Spain, it was an improvement over the Roman system of terracing and adequates. The souk, the marketplace, very popular in the Middle Eastern society. So this is a typical picture of the souks where people are buying and selling stuff. So it's a marketplace, and this was the typical design of the souks during the Umayyad period in Spain. The Umayyads were musical as well as this instrument, the oud, the Arab musical instrument, shows that it also had a significant place in the Umayyads society. The Umayyads in Spain didn't live in isolation. This looks like they were involved in trade and they had global contacts with other countries. So this picture shows trade and Muslim global contact during the Umayyad period. And finally, the Umayyads are known for their calligraphy. And here I am holding a board that's written in Arabic calligraphy, Nahid Kabir. So behind me, you can see at the back, that's the Mesquita Cathedral, that's the mosque and the cathedral. So after visiting that place of worship, I walked to the museum to see the collections that was in the museum, and that gave me a very good impression of the Umayyads in Spain, who were very advanced in art, architecture, science, and medicine. And of course, now I end this lecture with the calligraphic writing of my name. Thank you.